Kant's Ethics and the Categorical Imperative. We get the categorical imperative from Immanuel Kant, and by categorical, he doesn't mean an individual category, he means across the board. It includes all categories. That's what we mean by categorical. And imperative means, of course, command. So a rule or a command or an imperative, as it were, that would apply in all situations at all times, categorically. Well, we need to take a look at his whole deontological system of ethics. Deontological simply means duty. So, what is our responsibility, our obligation as human beings in terms of how we should comport ourselves? Kant's answer is do what is rationally or logically right for human beings. So let's take a look at where he's coming from on this. He has two basic assumptions. The first being that only human beings are capable of rationality. Being that that is the case, Kant believed that it is imperative to protect that rationality and that ability to be rational in all human beings, because to take away our ability to be rational means to take away our humanity, what it means to be a human being. So that is preeminent. It is of the utmost importance that we protect everyone's ability to be rational. Secondly, as rational beings, only human beings are autonomous, meaning we can make choices. We can volitionally choose to do this or that, whereas every other creature on the planet pretty much just reacts to what their body is telling them to do, as opposed to rationally figuring that out. Again, this being unique to human beings needs to be protected and preserved at all times. All right, well, Kant believes we have two ethical imperatives that should guide our actions and our decisions, our ethical decisions. The first is, what is best for everyone equally? So for everyone, we need to consider how our actions and how our principles of action affect everyone equally. Secondly, what preserves the needs of each individual equally? Okay, so on the one hand, we're concerned with what is best for everyone, and then also what is best for each individual. And his two categorical imperatives relate to those core values. So the first formulation of Kant's categorical imperative is act only according to that maxim by which you can at the same time will that it should become a universal law. Now, perhaps you've heard your mother say, what if everyone did that? This is sort of what is being implied here by Kant. He's saying if it doesn't logically make sense that your action that you are saying is an ethical action could be made dispositive, meaning that it could be enforced or imposed upon everyone automatically, then perhaps it's not what you would consider the best ethical action. So let's take lying, for instance. Let's say, well, generally lying's not good, but sometimes you have to lie. You have to tell a white lie. Kant would say, okay, well, so let's then test this out logically. What if everyone lied all the time? This is what he means by act only according to the maxim by which you can at the same time will that it should become a universal law. What if everyone did that automatically all the time? Everyone always lied. Now, when you think about that, you realize, well, if everyone always lied, we would know that we're being lied to, so we couldn't be deceived, so we couldn't be lied to, so logically that couldn't ever work. It would be impossible to lie. All right, so he says, well, that tells you right there that you're being illogical by saying that it's okay to lie. How about always tell the truth? Well, when you logically follow that one out, you would say, well, we wouldn't have a problem. If everyone always told the truth, everything would be square and we'd know, what is going on. We wouldn't have any logical conflicts. All right, let's move on to the second formulation. Act so that you treat humanity, whether in your own person or in that of another, always as an end and never as a means. This can be summed up by never use people. Never lie to people, but more importantly, never use, never manipulate people. When you manipulate someone or deceive someone, you're trying to get them to do something that, had they been given all the true information, they may not really go along with what you're trying to get them to do. You're using them as a means to attain what you want. Kant is saying, never do that. Always treat everyone as an end in and of themselves. So we can see that if we go back to Kant's original assumptions, what he's saying is that if we deceive people, we are trumping their rationality. We are not preserving their ability to be rational, and thus it is an assault on their very humanity. The categorical imperatives, Immanuel Kant. Please join us at Philosophers 101 by clicking on the link below. And there you'll have the opportunity to put your name and email in and join us to get access to all the videos available in the video library.